And then this was so
John Harbaugh is fired.
no way.
No, they did not.
Yeah.
When did this just now?
When was this updated? This page was updated.
No way. Claim the final. What? Nah. Fired.
Oh shit.
Why?
That's crazy. I guess it's because he just hasn't gotten it done. That's insane.
He's been to a Super Bowl.
Yeah. He's won a Super Bowl. I don't understand. Who do you expect to get this better than him?
You don't do that shit as soon as they lose a game.
Bitch, Atlanta, y'all better go pick this up right now.
Hey, New York.
Bitch, hey, no, he would fit good in New York. That's crazy.
Is that real?
This no wonder I had to refresh my shit. Yeah. Yeah, this is the news. That's crazy. What up, y'all? This is the next episode of the Speaking Podcast, man. Big episode here. Big episode. It's playoff time. It is NFL playoff season. The playoffs are here. Brackets have been set. They are official. We filled out our own brackets. We'll dive into those and kind of our playoff prediction and Super Bowl predictions. We'll dive into some big news in the coaching. Breaking news. We'll dive into some coaching moves. Obviously, Black Monday happened this week, and we'll look at the job openings and coaches that got fired, and some big news and big week, man. This is a big episode. Great weekend, man. For most of the teams, really not a big weekend, but I will say that for a couple teams, there was a lot on the line, man. We saw the Seahawks clinch a number 1 seed. We saw the Broncos also clinch a number 1 seed, and we saw the Panthers get in the playoffs, even though that they lost to Tampa. They did get in because of a Atlanta win, and we saw the Ravens drop one to the Steelers for the division and a playoff seed. And interesting weekend. Fantastic last weekend of the season. I really enjoyed this past weekend because there was a lot on the line. Really coming out of that Baltimore game. That was a great game, by the way. Great game, great second half.
It was one of the 2 question marks we had, and it was between the Ravens or Steelers getting in, and it was between
Tampa and
Panthers, the Bucks getting in, and we got our answers, and we got them in great fashion.
Yeah, it just great games, great results. What a way to close off the weekend on Sunday night. Epic game. We had Aaron Rodgers doing his thing without DK, and they got a playoff spot. But on the other side, that we just seen, looking at breaking news, man. Looking at the coaching moves here. Obviously, we got multiple coaches that got fired, but really nothing bigger right now than the Ravens.
This had to have happened in the last 30 minutes.
This had to. We're just kind of preparing for the pod, and we looking at the coaches that got fired, and we see this pop up on the screen, man. John Harbaugh, Ravens fired John Harbaugh after 18 years with this team.
That's
Wild news, man. Did not expect this to happen at all.
I honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, and now that I got time to process, I guess we're going to just rant. Do you think Lamar stays?
Oh yeah. He's a franchise guy there for sure.
I've seen talk about him going other places.
Unless they want to just break that whole thing up and start over, which I don't think, because he's young and he's a good quarterback. I just think they just haven't been able to get it done in certain ways, and
he's been there since 2008.
Who?
John.
Oh yeah, Harbaugh. Yeah, he's been there for a long time.
Since 2008, and then
won a Super Bowls, had multiple really good teams.
How many players do you think have been there their whole career and known nothing but John Harbaugh as their head coach?
A handful of them, man.
This is really going to wreck the organization. It's going to be a hard recovery from this.
I look at this firing like, who do you expect to hire that's better than John Harbaugh? It's crazy. Who do you expect to get this better than this guy?
Lots of words, because this is just I mean, this is probably the worst year they've had in a long time.
It's crazy. This is absolutely wild. Did not expect to see this at all, man. This is crazy. Like I just don't get what are the Ravens doing here? What's their mindset here? What are they trying to do? What's their plan going forward here?
That's what I'm saying. I think a lot of people are going to take a move and they're going to get some value and hope for the best and try to rebuild. I have no idea. This is just a bold move, and to do it in this fashion and not even let the season run through and just
Yeah.
on Black Monday you're going to do it to them. Somebody that's been with that's just
That's why they call it Black Monday, man. That's wild, man. We expected there to be some coaches fired, and there was some coaches fired, but did not expect this one. Obviously, we had some more coaches let go. Obviously, Atlanta fired Raheem Morris. The Browns fired Kevin Stefanski. Raiders fired Pete Carroll. That actually was kind of a shocker.
I seen something about the Raiders and how they owe like 5 head coaches $50 million that don't even head coach of the team.
It's crazy. They've been through. I think I've seen
Gruden. It was Chip Kelly. It was
like a handful of guys.
Pete Carroll, and it's like 4 other head coaches that they're just having to pay money to. And
I think of the last 30 years, they've been through 15 head coaches in 30 years.
This is ridiculous. They're paying more money to head coaches that don't work there no more than they are to coaches that they don't even have.
Yeah, we saw Cardinals fired Jonathan Gannon, which I kind of expected. Just wild, man. It's like obviously you expect coaches to be fired, and I actually don't mind some of the spots that are available. I think there are some decent spots. I think Atlanta's a good spot. They've got some talent on that roster. I think they're bringing in Matt Ryan as some type of football executive to kind of run some things.
Yeah. At this point, like, are we not running out of people to fill positions?
I mean, it's at this point, it's going to be a lot of recycling a lot of guys, which I don't like. Let's get some new blood in there.
It's going to be Kevin going here and then Raheem going there and still doing. I don't know. Like, and these guys have moved around. It's not like they've been there for years.
Yeah, these coaches are getting fired after like 2 years. Like it's just the expectations for coaches is insane. Like there's no time. They don't give coaches time anymore to develop and get the right blend when it comes to a roster and develop and mature and keep a group together. Yeah.
That's not how football works. That's not how franchises work.
You've got to give them time to build and establish an identity and a culture. It's crazy. Obviously Stefanski, I mean, he was there for 6 years. But he's a good play caller. Now, I think he's a good coach. I just think roster-wise, the Browns are actually a pretty decent roster. They obviously could improve, but I mean, other than quarterback play, they've been a pretty good team the last couple seasons. Really good defense. I just see that they just need to get quarterback right there. And I think I would have kept Stefanski in place. I just think they just need to get a quarterback there and have him developed.
They need wide receivers.
Yeah, they need to get some more wideouts in there. They played with some wideouts a couple years ago and it just didn't pan out.
The running back core isn't all that bad. They got
Judkins.
Yeah, they got a nice young running back core that can develop if they can stay healthy. I mean, Brown's offensive line has always been good.
Yeah, they've had a good O-line for years now. They just haven't had the complete package overall to really compete at the top end, but especially because of the quarterback play there. And that's really been the story of the Browns the last like 20 years. They just can't get quarterback play.
We had Dabo fired.
Yeah, Dabo was fired. A lot of mid-season fires and stuff.
Yeah,
Titans coach was fired. I like the Giants, like when it comes to a spot because they've got some talent and they're looking up.
Yeah, I think they're a young team that a lot of head coaches would like to go and try to develop and actually make a name for themselves in the NFL. I wouldn't like to see. I mean, Harbaugh, I would definitely not mind going to the Giants, but
I think he would work well there.
Yeah, I think it'll be odd to see him in blue. It'll be odd to see him anywhere else. Honestly.
Yeah, really. My whole football life, I've always seen Harbaugh. He's been there longer than I've watched football. It's crazy.
Giants don't really play Ravens that often either, so it wouldn't be a problem there. I could see it, but like I said, there's like all these spots to fill. And not enough people to fill them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see what new blood they kind of poached, so some new OCs that can get a chance, or maybe some college guys that move or something like that.
There is a new generation of football being played too at the
Yeah.
same time. So all these old heads, it's going to be hard to be on the team. I'd like to see a lot of, or I'd like to see some
new blood in there.
younger new
Yeah.
blood, people that aren't afraid to, like Vrabel. I know Vrabel's not old, but I mean, he was a player. He coached the Titans for what? How long has he been a coach?
I mean, he coached the Titans for years. I mean, he was there for years and years.
But to be in a place and see what he did
Yeah.
after what, 2 years, a year?
Yeah. I mean, this is his second year.
Same thing with Liam Cole.
Liam Cohen, Duval.
He did a great job developing that team. They're full of young talent. I don't know. These younger coaches, McDaniel, he's all right in a way. I like the way the play calling, and I just think Tua was a big hiccup with them. And
I think he should be gone, honestly.
yeah, that team and him, I wouldn't mind him going somewhere else, but not as a head coach.
Yeah,
but
he's a good play caller. He knows offense, but I don't see him as a head coach. But I mean, it looks like he's coming back next year, and they may be rolling with Quinn Ewers. Quinn Ewers ended the season pretty well, a couple good games.
I don't see Tua really being. I could see him being a good backup somewhere.
But just interesting. Obviously, Black Monday is always going to be newsworthy, but did not expect this level of newsworthy. When it comes to the Ravens here. Ravens getting a big time coaching move here, and excited to see where Harbaugh lands, and excited to see where they're gonna get their next head coach. So now, really, what everything's all about. Playoff season's here. Our brackets are set. We're gonna dive into the brackets that we're putting out here. This is what we think. This is our predictions for the playoffs here, and we'll dive in here to Jers right now. This is his bracket here. Really, let's dive into let's dive into the first round here. That's this week. Yeah. So let's dive into each of these games here, and then we'll kind of move on to the divisional round and so on and so forth. But we're going to dive in here to the first round here, this wild card round.
Yeah, I mean, all these games are going to be pretty 50-50 for the most part. That's how NFL football is. You really don't know what you got. I mean, you've seen all year what certain teams have, but they've had ups and downs all year. There hasn't really been a dominant team. We're going to start with the first game. It's going to be Houston and the Steelers. I got Houston taking it. DK's going to be back. The Steelers.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But that Texans defense is going to get to Rodgers.
100%.
And that's my biggest worry right there. We did see Rodgers escape Garrett for a whole game.
He was moving around. Yeah.
But I do got the Texans taking this one. And then next we got Bills and Jaguars. I don't like the Bills as much as I did at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, they've definitely shown some flaws throughout the season.
The Bills, their Bills are always going to be the Bills, and I really want them to have a Super Bowl game, a chance at a title. They really are the most deserving team on here. But Jacksonville's just been playing lights out.
You really have, yeah.
And they've been all gas, no brakes. The game we watched this week, they started Trevor Lawrence the whole game. And they were blowing them out by 30 the whole game. So, I mean...
That's a mentality right there. That's a mentality that they set.
To keep this ball rolling, and I think that's what they're going to do. I got Jacksonville winning against the Bills. Next, we got the Chargers, San Diego.
San Diego, boy.
LA Chargers versus the New England Patriots. Me being the Giants fan, I do not credit the Patriots for as good as they are. And they are definitely a great football team right now. They're clicking on all cylinders. Their running game's good. Passing game's good. Drake May might be the MVP of the year. Defense has been solid. But on the other side, we got Justin Herbert, who has been marinating for his chance to get in the playoffs and make a run.
This is a good team.
They got veterans on that team. They got Keenan Allen. They got Khalil Mack. They got a lot of people that are wanting to get a title and maybe even be on their way after it. So they're going to give it all they got. I got the Chargers taking that one in a close game.
So let's jump over to the NFC side over here.
Yeah, we can start off with LA at Carolina,
which is surprising to me. Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't have seen that at the beginning of the year.
Nope.
Carolina's been playing pretty good. Surprisingly, they got another young team with a lot of young receiving core. I mean, you can make a case for Terry McMillan being offensive rookie of the year. They got Rico Dowdle back there. I don't know if he's a rookie. Is he a rookie?
Nah, he's been in the league for a little bit. He played with Dallas.
Yeah, he did play with Dallas, but he's really grown up in Carolina. Once Chuba got hurt, he really showed out. But Carolina, I just don't see them beating LA. I think LA is probably one of the most dominant teams in right now. I was about to say, I don't see Seattle, but Seattle would be the other team that I feel is like maybe one of the more dominant teams, both coming from the NFC. So, yeah, I got LA winning that game. Probably pretty decent because they're going to get Devontae back. They're a pretty healthy team.
And they ended the season strong, too. So, yeah, they're definitely rolling here.
Yeah. Next, we got San Fran and Philly. This is probably one of the closest games we're going to have, I feel like almost. But after the performance we saw a couple days ago from San Francisco not being able to score the football against Seattle, which I get it was raining pretty heavily and they've been hurt all year, but I do expect them to be an underdog in this. And for that, I do have them beating Philly. Philly is just such an off team. They're either decent or they're terrible. They have not played great football at all this year. Nothing to wow about. Saquon hasn't played good all year. Jalen Hurts hasn't played good all year. The wide receivers haven't played really all that good this year.
The Eagles are the epitome of just playing team ball.
Yeah.
There's nothing about them, this one area that's just like blown up. It's kind of, they're playing good enough around the board to win these games.
Yeah, seeing them from last year.
Yeah.
And them when they were their Super Bowl era form, it's two different sides of the coin. I mean, I don't see them making a run. They very may well could win this game, but I just don't see it happening. I think San Fran's another team that has been there and has been on the cusp of being a Super Bowl champion for a couple of years now. But yeah, I got San Fran. And last of the group of
it was a wild card. It was wild card week.
We got Green Bay and Chicago playing their third game of the season.
Yeah.
I think, did they play last week or this week?
Wasn't this week. They played a couple, like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
And the games they played have been electrifying. I know one of those games, Jordan Love was out, I do believe.
Wait, their last game they played was the deep ball, wasn't it? When he threw the game winner? Yeah.
Game winner. But I think Jordan Love went out of that game.
Caleb Williams?
Caleb Williams has definitely been playing good football. I forgot who they played this week. Did they win?
It was was it not the Lions?
Yeah, they lost to the Lions by 3 or 6 or something. I'm not sure they were starting their wide receivers. I think they gave them rest. But I got Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears winning it in Green Bay. No,
they're playing at home. Yeah.
So I don't know. Green Bay hasn't really impressed me either. Josh Jacobs been getting beat up all year. It's hard for a running back to stay healthy through the playoffs, and he's definitely been their core. Um, I think this will be a pretty clear cut win. Even though they've had good games all year, I think Chicago takes it.
Nice, nice. Interesting first round there in your bracket here. It's kind of shoot. Let's go ahead. Let's run through the rest of your bracket here. Let's kind of quickly go through and kind of get down to your champion here.
Yeah, it's interesting because I have a lot of teams that on here that people might not pick, but this is the NFL once again, and anything could happen. And first up, we got L.A. Chargers versus the Broncos.
Interesting run that you got the Chargers making all the way to the AFC title game here.
Is this a division matchup too?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Both of those are.
They played 3 times this year too, because this will be their third game. I mean, right?
Yeah.
Because they had just came off playing them again too.
Yeah.
Or they played each other yesterday. Or
yeah.
Week. And the Broncos pretty much dominated that one. I don't think Justin Herbert was able to score the football, get in the end zone. But you can't really judge teams on the Week 18, especially when they know they're solidified in the spot.
They're already in preparation mode,
yeah,
so yeah.
I mean, the worst they could have done was maybe knock the Broncos down a little bit and maybe played Jacksonville in that one spot. Or, no, it would have been the Texans. No, it would have been Jacksonville.
Yeah.
But this is another good game. I think this is going to be close. I got the team that I picked from the beginning being under the radar and maybe going to the Super Bowl, the Chargers. Chargers have a good chance of winning. Herbert's been there. Bo Nix has been playing good football, but he's still young. I think at the end of the day, Chargers are going to win just because of their veteran core between Khalil Mack and Keenan Allen. And I almost give Herbert that veteran place because he's been in there, 5 years now?
Yeah, since 2020.
So give me the Chargers. Moving on. Yeah, and then next we got Jacksonville at Houston.
That defense, that Texas defense is going to be on display here.
It's going to be Jacksonville's offense versus Texans defense.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Jacksonville. I think they're going to make a historic run to the Super Bowl. So give me Jacksonville.
That's big. That's big. I mean, Trevor Lawrence and them, they're playing good football. So very, very impressive to see them go.
The best record they've had in 20 years.
Yeah.
And then next we're going to move over NFC. We're going to go San Fran and Seattle.
That's surprising. I mean, that's the third time they've played too, and you got them.
Yep, I got San Fran winning this game. Seattle's offense has not impressed me at all the last couple of weeks. And San Fran's been there, done that. This is going to be my point for a lot of these teams. San Fran's been there, done that. Give me San Fran.
Wow, that's an upset. You know, it really is.
An upset. Seattle just has not impressed me on offense. Their defense is pretty good. They've been in a lot of low scoring games. And Jigba just fell off. Sam Darnold, I don't know what all the hype is around him. But we'll see. I got San Fran moving on. And then next we got LA Rams at Chicago Bears. This is probably going to be another good matchup right here. Probably best matchup we'll see if it happens. I got LA moving on, probably to the Super Bowl. Chicago Bears are always going to be the Bears. They're going to wind up choking playoffs like they always do. Give me the Rams.
Just choking the playoffs.
Every time.
Interesting. Your final four, you've got, 3 Cali teams and you got the Jags in there, man.
That is crazy. I think got 3 Cali teams and the Super Bowl's going to be in Cali. So.
Yeah. Another division matchup here, yo. Another division matchup, San Fran and LA.
San Fran and LA. At the end of the day, LA's looked good all year. I love their offense. I love Matt Stafford. I don't know how many more years we're going to have in him. This very, very well may be his last year with the Super Bowl.
If they win the Super Bowl, I think he might retire.
I think he deserves to retire. He's had an amazing career. But San Fran, if they make it this far and stay healthy, they definitely have a good shot. But give me LA going to the Super Bowl.
Nice.
Yeah, and then on the other side,
Trevor Lawrence Trevor Lawrence against Herbert here.
Yeah, and I really do like this matchup. If this is foreshadowing what's to come, this will be a great game too. I think this will really be a battle of the QBs and leaders of the teams.
Yeah.
And Trevor Lawrence and that team has really just improved to a point where it's like you can't really vote against them. So I'm gonna take the Jags over LA. I almost want to see LA Chargers and LA Rams.
Oh, that would be wild.
I mean, it's possible we could have two LA teams in the Super Bowl. There's multiple ways that it could happen, but in the Super Bowl, I'd love to see Jacksonville and LA at San Fran. I think that'd be a good matchup right there.
It'd be very, very interesting. And even if San Fran could get to the Super Bowl because it's in their house, so they could play a home Super Bowl game.
That's not the first time that's happened.
LA when they won it with Stafford in 21 they won it. It was in LA. So
against the Bengals.
Yeah, it was against the Bengals.
So Stafford did win one.
Yeah.
All right, and then
your Super Bowl, man.
Super Bowl time. I can't believe we've made it this far in the year already. I know it's not here yet, but we got less
than a month. Yeah,
so
pretty much.
Sucks to see football come to an end, but it's gonna come to an end with LA winning the Super Bowl. At the end of the day, Matthew Stafford's been there, done that. A lot of veterans on the team. I think Devontae Adams is most deserving of the Super Bowl ring. Does he have one?
Devontae, no, Devontae does not have a Super Bowl.
And Puka, the way he's played all year, really should be Offensive Player of the Year. If you go back and look at all the catches he had, and called back because of penalties and where he was barely out of bounds or something happened on the play, Puka in that offense is really something to watch. Trevor Lawrence, I don't know how he'll do in the pressure, the way they're rolling. I don't doubt they could definitely win it too, but give me LA.
LA for the Super Bowl champs. Interesting. That's a very interesting bracket. It's crazy how opposite our brackets are.
I was about to say it's definitely totally different.
Completely opposite. Really, looking. I was kind of surprised. Like whenever you were telling me when I was filling out the brackets here, like I was kind of surprised of your picks here. Obviously, like let's dive into the wild card this weekend. On my side, man, I got the Texans really having a defensive dominated performance against the Steelers. I got them moving on. I got the Bills actually moving on against the Jags. I think Josh Allen is going to be Superman. This is going to be the time for him to shine. They're going to be playing in Florida, so there's not going to be weather and stuff. Hopefully, there's no rain, but there should be some good weather, and that does well for the Bills and Josh Allen.
Yeah, I mean, Bills play good in weather.
Yeah, they do, but I just feel like in different ways, weather affects teams, and I think they're not being weather. They're not being any elements to keep teams from being able to play at their best. I think that
Jacksonville and weather. I mean.
Interesting. I mean, they don't really play in weather a lot, so that would be very, very interesting.
I definitely do not disagree with that.
I got
my biggest what ifs. The whole bracket was the Bills, leaving the Bills out.
Yeah, very, very surprised there, but I do get the Bills moving on. I think they do pick up a really kind of an upset over the Jags. Patriots. Chargers are a good football team, and Herbert's playing well, and he is coming off of the wrist or the thumb? Wrist. So, he is still kind of nursing that wrist, but I think the Patriots are just playing good football right now. They're playing maybe like best football of anybody. So I just don't see them going down anytime soon. On the NFC side, I think LA rolls. I think they absolutely roll. The Panthers, I see the Eagles and San Fran. I think the Eagles are a complete football team. Now, I think they have a high floor, but a low ceiling. I don't see this team being explosive. I don't see them putting up a ton of points. I don't see them necessarily, being this ultra dominant team at all. But they play good football, and that's all that matters. They find a way to win, and I think they'll find a way to win against San Fran. They'll be at home, and I think they pick up a win there. I think San Fran's playing good ball, but I do think they have limitations. So I think they're going to drop at Philly. And then I got Green Bay. I've got Green Bay going and really upsetting the Bears here. I don't see the Bears. It's crazy.
They're the number 2 team.
Like the Bears have found a way to win games so much. Now I think their run game is really what's won in these games offensively. But I just see a little bit more explosion out of the Packers. I just got the Packers winning this game. I think they're a better football team than the Bears. I think if the Bears played every team in the league and the Packers played every team in the league, to me the Packers win more of those games. I think they're just a better team. And they both are going to play in the cold. I see the Packers here. I just don't believe in the Bears. They're going to have to make a believer out of me. That's really what I see, in the first round here. And then, really looking at the rest of the bracket here, I've got the Bills going and getting another upset against the Broncos. Broncos have one of the best defenses in the league. But I think offensively, the Bills are going to be able to go and score some points. And I think they're just going to outscore Denver and get a win and get to an AFC title game here.
I agree. If I had Bills there, I would have Bills winning that game too.
And then, very interesting matchup here. I got the Texans dropping one to the Patriots here. The Patriots are going to be playing at home. I just think overall this team is playing such good football. And the Texans offense, it's not very good. They're just not. They're not a very good offense. They're led defensively. And I just don't think that they're going to be able to keep Drake May and this crew from putting up some points on the board. I don't think it's going to be a blowout by any means, but I do got the Patriots here.
I don't know. The Patriots really haven't played anybody this year. I don't think they played. It's hard to say that in the NFL, but I've seen something where they haven't beaten a team or they haven't played a team that was over 500 all year.
Really?
Yeah. So it'll be a good test to see them in the playoffs. It really will.
That definitely will, especially against that defense.
Yeah, and Texans defense is lights out.
They're the number one defense in the league right now. So that's definitely, maybe the hardest test, at least defensively, that they'll probably see. Hop over here to the NFC side. I got Seattle taking care of business against Green Bay.
Yeah, pretty easy right there.
I do think Green Bay is a little banged up going into the playoffs. And I think that may catch up with them playing a sound team like Seattle.
Coming off a bye, too.
Yes, they're going to get rest, and they'll be ready. I actually think Sam Darnold's going to play well through these playoffs. They've played pretty well overall throughout the year. Now, I do think, like you were saying, I do think they kind of pulled up a little bit to end the year. They did beat the Rams, but other than that, they've kind of pulled off a little bit. Yeah. So hopefully they can kind of get back into form here. But I do got them going to the NFC title game. Yep. And then I've got LA getting their rematch win over the Eagles. I think, that was such a tough game, early in the year. But the Eagles almost came up short, and they ended up blocking the field goal and getting the run back and winning that game.
That was a good game.
I got LA winning. I think LA is cruising right now, and I got them moving on. And then my final four here. I hope it ends up like this because I think this is going to be fantastic.
Two AFC teams.
Yes.
Same division teams making it.
Yes. It's going to be an all, hopefully, it's going to be an all AFC East and NFC West Final Four here.
That's crazy.
That is wild, man. I do got the Patriots over the Bills. I do think that the Patriots are just an all-around good football team. And I think the wideout core for Buffalo is going to be their Achilles heel. And defensively, I think Buffalo at times gives up points. Right? They have played twice.
And what was the
I want to say they split, I think.
Yeah, I think that's right.
So I just think that the Patriots are just playing good enough football to beat the Bills. Defensively, I went back and I looked at their matchups, and Josh Allen did not play great against them either time they played them. Even though that they won their second matchup, I think it was. He only threw for 180 yards. It wasn't a great performance by him at all. So I see them continuing that trend and getting a win over Buffalo here, and they're going to be playing at home. And then I see LA getting that win over Seattle. Going to be a great game. Both of their games that they've played against each other have been phenomenal games. Mm-hmm. And I just think that, Now, this game will be in Seattle, so they're going to have to go to Seattle and pick up a win, but I do think that this LA team is hot, and I do think that they're going to pick up a win here. And then we're going to have an LA Patriots Super Bowl. This is going to be
Pretty much home field advantage for LA.
kind of. This is going to be like a rematch of the Todd Gurley Ram teams against the Brady. I think Brady's last Super Bowl with New England. And I got LA, man. I just think this team is hot. I think this team, top to bottom, is such a good football team. Offensively, they're just so explosive and they're tough. They're tough to outscore. You know, I think you're gonna have to put up points. If this matchup happens, I think we're gonna see a lot of points in this Super Bowl, and I'm looking forward to it for this to happen. I really want to see. I want to see an exciting, potentially shootout level game in the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah,
I would love to see this, but I do think LA is going to be our champion.
it's
so
crazy. Our brackets were so different, but we wind up with the same champion.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I just think they're so good. Just LA just they look phenomenal. They really really do.
this playoff picture really looks totally different than what we've seen in previous
Yeah.
years.
It really does. I like it. I like the playoff picture here. I think what we're gonna get regardless is gonna be good here because there's a lot of good football teams in this bracket. So
Yep.
it's gonna be fun. I can't wait for this to happen, man. We've got, like you said, a month of football left, and I think it's gonna be a last great month of football. You know, obviously we got the Natty in about 2 weeks, then we've got the Super Bowl in about a month. So you know, big time football. This is playoff season, man. You can't beat it.
Football's been great this year.
It's
Look
gonna
forward to
be
it.
it's gonna be wild when it's over.
Continue
though.
and end on a high note.
For real. It looks like it's going to. And we're going to end this episode on a high note, man. Get over here, and we'll be back next week, and we'll start looking at the divisional round here, and then continue looking at these brackets and see how things are playing out. So we'll be on here next week. Speak to some Heat, man. Get out of here.